Should be live. Should be.
There's nothing more powerful than you. Making your thing happen.
That's cool.
Really.
Didn't ask you, Wix. Fucking dick. Should be live. Yeah, we sound fine. How's it going? Hit start a couple minutes earlier than the countdown just to let people gather. We'll be starting in a second here. Hi, Wolfblade. So today is a single faction tournament hosted by Lucinia. Everybody submitted a single army build. It's not even a single faction tournament, it's a single army thing. So it's like, that's my build right there. That's the army I'll take versus people. Everybody else who's playing submitted some stuff. We have some Minos and a Jabber for some Beastmen. We have a fucking Ogre build that I need to avoid because Skaven versus Ogres is cursed. Some Wood Elves from Blags. Vampire Counts from Groots. Greenskins from Ian Zero. More Vampire Counts from Salinator. Alright. It's not going to be a great day to be this Skaven, ladies and gentlemen. It might not be Poggers. Grand Cathay, alright. It's not feeling great to be a Skaven. Coast, maybe can handle that. Oh, that is a maybe. That is a hard maybe. Yeah, this is gonna be a shit fest. It's gonna be a bad time. But oh well. I always stand by my boys. Dr. Nerd's also bringing Skaven. Hopefully not the mirror. Alright. Yeah, not hyped. Not hyped about the matchups I might be facing. How many Mutalith builds will you see? I think we scrolled through it and we saw one. But also had the Changeling. So... looks like 14 people signed up. I know Lucinio will start the tournament soon. He's just waiting to see if Rainy Frog can make it today. There are 4 rounds of Swiss, which is, of course, best of 1, no pick and ban, because we all have our armies already set. And then it works like our new player tournaments, where after the 4 rounds, the top 4 players will get put in an elimination ladder. So you'll have 4 games of Swiss, and then 2 semifinals and a final. So the stream will be 7 games long, with no pick and ban and no army build phase. Should be a pretty concise stream. Nice and fast. Obviously, cast my perspective through the 4 Swiss games, and then I will cast all 3 of the latter games, the 2 semifinals and the finals. So that's what we got. What up, Segos? CJ's here. Vanthus, I didn't see a single Lizardman build today. I didn't see one. Alright, looks like Rainy Frog did not make it. Looks like Lucy shuffled it, so who do I got? I have Wolfblade. Oh, okay, so I have to fight Cathay right away. That seems fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. Especially if, like, it's especially because Cathay doesn't know they're facing rats. It can be a lot worse if they know they're facing rats. What's the map? What's the map? The fuck? I'll message him right now. If the bracket is true, it's you versus me. It is, buddy. It is. Boop. Skaven build. Load it up. There it is. I'm just waiting to hear what map we're going to be on, then I'm ready to hit ready up, because I just loaded my build. Is anybody else having trouble loading the stream? No, I have it playing live on my other monitor, and it seems fine for me. We'll be clan mange. Rainy Frog is a blast? Yeah, he's great. So my opponent's Grand Cathay build is a Sky Lantern, a shitload of archers, 2 crowmen, Zhao Ming, and I don't remember after that. I think some peasant horsemen, some jade warriors. We're not super concerned just yet about that. I don't know. It seems manageable. It's fine. God damn it. We are in the void. I'm loading the stream just fine, which means all of your problems are invalid. But more seriously, I don't know what to do about that. Glacier Lake is a real good map. Why is our watching now declining so heavily? We're down to 7 people watching. What the fuck? That makes me sad. Shimmer Sword. Got it. Alright, we're good. I mean, have you tried, not to be a dick, but have you tried refreshing? Okay, we're getting into the game. Ad blocker bros. I'm just trying to troubleshoot why his stream would be eternally buffering, and for me it's fine. You also have problems seeing the stream? What the fuck? Is YouTube down right now? Oh, that's not good. YouTube outages reported. For anybody who can see, YouTube outages reported in the last 24 hours. That's a lot. Alright, so yeah. Looks like other people are having issues. Yeah, it seems to be a YouTube issue. So hopefully that gets figured out for people. Feels good. Feels good. If only I understood how Twitch worked, then I could stream on Twitch and have a smaller community. Because YouTube is a lot better for videos and not just live streams. I brought you back over to my stream, yeah? Okay. Alright. Cathay into Skaven. When I don't know what the matchup was. We'll have Clan Rats as our front line. And I'll double up on Skaven Slaves over here. And then I'll have one Skaven Slave Spear on my Warp Lightning Cannon, and another one just around. Or it's Susan's fault. Yeah, it's probably Susan's fault. Grace here with Warp Lightning to clear out heavily armored infantry or cavalry, and then Howling Warp Gale is just a good net for flying units in case I come across flying units. Because again, I had to build this build without knowing what everybody else was bringing. Then we have Rat Ogres and Dogs, which I think in this specific game, my dogs are going to end up being Archer Hunters. Wow. So these trees can't hide my dogs, huh? That's exciting. Can in certain spots, but not all spots. Anyway, Gracier, Packmaster, these two Rat Ogres, my dogs, my Warp Lightning Cannon, the rest, except for you. You get your own group. Ads play fine. Dude, what's funny is on my phone, it's the other way around. Ads play like shit, and if they take too long to load, YouTube just says skip ad, even though I never saw the ad at all, and I'm like, thanks, YouTube. Thanks for interrupting the stream I was watching to just shut my phone down for 15 seconds. So I think I'm just going to put my Warp Lightning Cannon on his Sky Junk and kill it for free. There we go. Dogs are already caught, so I just got to fight to the death versus these peasant horsemen and hope for the best. I rang the bell to give my dogs a little bit more leadership off in the boonies. I'm going to try and path my dogs away from the edge of the map so that they can maybe route inwards. That'd be nice. Nope, they routed... Oh, they did route inwards. I just lost their flag for a little bit. It looks like the Onyx Chromen are to be on top of them enough, though, that they'll still just die. Globes need to kill archers for a bit. Okay. There's Crowman way over there. Okay, let's get some dogs into that backfield to start chasing down anything I don't particularly like. Almost killed this guy, Junk. Still a lot of halberds for me to deal with, though. Okay. We'll get you, Sky Junk. We'll get you someday, you son of a bitch. There we go. Sky Junk down. Warp Lightning Cannon killed Zhao, I guess. That goes there. Those guys are very surrounded. And those are Onyx Crowmen. We're doing our best out here, but we're kind of getting just outstatted by ye old Grand Cathay. Nothing will fucking break, nothing will die. Don't love that. I'm just grabbing everybody who's sleepy and making sure they're in this remote area. God damn. I love how even peasant archers are fucking unbreakable. Just Grand Cathay things. Fuck you, Cathay. Okay, Warp Lightning Cannons are having a real tough time actually damaging Zhao. I guess I'll fire at the Emperor's Empress Crowman. Okay, so we'll chuck this down here so my Rat Ogres and Packmaster can deal with this Crowman while I get to shoot the other one and still get a little bit of space. So we'll do that. Alright, so we have randos chasing these. We're getting a lot of good routes, but let's come back over here. Still trying to secure the Crowmen. Oy. More Blinding Cannons out of juice. Rat Ogre Swarm, go! I'm gonna Howling Warp Gill them because I have other things to deal with right now. Don't fight in the very spooky halberds. Stupid fucking Crowman! Just die, you abominations! You! I'm sick of your shit! Burn, burn! Alright, the Emperor's Crowman have committed to the fight. Die! Everyone besides me, die!
War beasts hunger. Total control.
Alright, everyone in this immediate area, gang up on Zhao Ming. We're gonna try and kill him. This to lower everyone's leadership, melee attack, and do some damage to those fucking Jade Warriors. Come on! Rout, you bastards! Rout! Get out of my way! He's turning into his dragon form so he can get his heal off, but hopefully I can kill everything else besides him. So that he can't heal. Just ignore him now. I gotta get these rat ogres back over to the Packmaster where they can heal a little bit. He's back to man form! Kill him! Kill him before he gets back to his dragon! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Final transmutation! Owie! Everything else is routing besides Zhao. Okay, that stuff's all gonna keep routing, so I'm gonna bring my Grey Seer back to the Rat Ogres. There we go. Army losses. Jesus Christ, we got him! Oh, that was a struggle. The Sky Junk took forever to die. Even when getting shot by Warp Lightning Cannon, I was surprised by how tanky that fucking thing was. Oh boy. The Wolf Rats getting caught by Peasant Horsemen right away was bad. And they did very poorly. I was shocked. We charged the Peasant Horsemen, and they didn't have Harmony buffs, and they still fucking slapped my Wolf Rats. What the shit? That was upsetting. Oh, goodness. Hi, Bob, man. Is Zig and Zap Zap better than normal cannon? It's more accurate, but it also has the plus 10 cooldown. So it's nice to put it on enemy caster or something. Sorry, Wolfblade. Alright, Segos and Blags are still fighting. So there's how round one is so far. Next map is Pillar of Bone. I am very Glad we were able to beat that Cathay build. It was so hard. It was a struggle. Right. I got an email saying my next matchup awaits me, so I was like, what? Everyone's hanging out in there. That's not nice. Yeah, YouTube is shooting its pants right now. That's not good. Ah, yes, it's getting worse. Now it's working again. But it does seem to be rather off and on, which is probably why a lot of people... Well, not a lot of... The opposite of a lot of people. Well, I was going to say a lot of people are not watching, but... It's better to just say why so few people are watching. And that makes me sad. I am trying to take my sweater off. But I started both arms at the same time, like an asshole, instead of just doing one at a time. And then I got stuck. I am now unstuck. I am free. I'm going to pick my next Skaven clan. Clan Septic always does me well. But not on Pillar Bone. They don't live here. Fuck that. We'll do Clan Spittle. They're funny. Who do you think our next opponent's gonna be? Is it gonna be Vampire Counts? There are two of those guys. This would be a bad map for Vampire Counts into me, because I have no room to use my Warp Lightning Cannon before everything goes to shit. The nice thing about the Vampire Counts builds, though, is they didn't know they were fighting Skavens, so they're not going to be optimal. That one's pretty good. That one will be a real pain in the ass. But this other one, I think the Mortis engine is wasted on me. Again, he didn't know he was fighting Skaven, but that makes it a little less spooky. It's apparently Tzeentch kiting Wood Elves is that game that is taking a while. Matthew Perry is passed. Yeah, I saw that. Some articles are saying he drowned, others say it was cardiac arrest, but he was in his hot tub. Alright, so Groot sent us a replay from this tournament, so we might as well cast it since we're just vibing. Boop. This is from this tournament. The single build tournament. It's from round 1. Just casting it since it's there. Sir Groot versus Snakearon. Is that a Shaggoth? Is that a Shaggoth or regular Dragon Ogres? I don't know. Let's do this with the vampire counts I'm probably going to have to face at some point, because there's two builds that are almost the same. Almost. Zombies, 2 Graveguard with Great Upends, the Stearnsman, a single Crypt Horror, 4 goddamn Vargheists, and a Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. Okay. On the other side, 2 Chaos Warhounds, 2 Marauder Horsemen, a whole bunch of Marauders, looks like 5 of them, 2 Marauders with Great Weapons, an Aspiring Champion, double Exalted Hero on foot, one of which has a purple stick. It is the Doom Totem, -4 leadership, a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, a single Chaos Knight, and a Chaos Sorcerer of Death with Fate of Buna, Tormentor's Sword, and Doom and Darkness. I also don't want to fight this Chaos build now. This looks like it sucks ass for Skaven. He has 2 different leadership debuffs in Doom and Darkness and that thing. He has some single entities. Oh, they're not foot characters. Okay, that makes him a little less scary. Yeah, okay, I can maybe fight this, but he also has Fate of Buna, which is why Fate of Buna, I brought the Warp Lightning Cannon instead of Gisele's, because Fate of Buna is common even into not Skaven, so I thought in a single build tournament there might be a lot of Death Casters, and 1 Fate of Buna just means goodbye Gisele's. But Warp Lightning Cannons don't care about it, so I'm feeling a little happy that I brought the Warp Lightning Cannon, seeing the amount of Fate of Buna that I could run into. Wouldn't call this a good to cast replay, though. Groots, why did you put it there? Why did you put it there if you didn't want to cast? What are you doing? What? That's it. I'll shut it down. I'll shut it down right now. I swear to Crimus. Well, if it's a bad to cast replay, then I'm just going to watch it from the perspective of this Chaos chap, who just Fate of Buna some Graveguard, like a monster. Just running in there. He looks like a generic D&D bad guy, or a World of Warcraft bad guy. Last Defender, love my channel except for one thing. What did I do? What happened? He does, like, he looks cool, but he looks kind of like generically cool. Same as everyone else cool. Alright. I didn't like him anymore. We're gonna watch this one. The Shaggy. Bat. Go, Shaggy, go! Shaggoths are bad, but I can't remember why. Did they just have pitiful weapon strength? No, 510's pretty good. Why is the Shaggoth so bad? It's currently getting debuffed by the Helm of Discord, so its stats aren't reflective of it. Don't know. Anyway, I've hardly been actually casting this game for real, so I should focus up. Chaos Knights fighting Vargheists. The Chaos Knights will win that in the long term because Vargheists are just super squishy. But the Vargheists have healing, the Chaos Knights don't, and the Vargheists have extra support coming in. And their armor piercing will deal decent damage. It's just like, Vargheists in general don't really like to sit and fight something. But again, the Chaos Knights are super injured, so it's fine. Invocation of Nehek on the Dire Pack. We're chasing off other Chaos Warhounds to secure more of a mobility advantage for the vampire counts. And a pretty good job here from the Chaos player. He has almost finished off one of the Vargheists. I do believe it is damage beyond the point of return. Yeah, I think it's just going to keep crumbling too much for it to rally. Other than that, the other Vargheists are pretty injured, except for that one. Dire Pack's taken a lot of damage. Cleared a lot of the infantry. So for a player I've never heard of versus Sir Groots, this is a pretty good showing. Yeah. Nice Tormentor Sword. Nets the Blood Dragon Lord in place, lowering his melee stats. And keeping the Vargheists from being able to help him or get into melee combat where they could regenerate a little bit. So that's pretty nice. Marauder Horsemen have been kept mostly safe. Where's the other one? This one's full health and used most of his ammo, which is great. I don't know where the other one is. So I guess that one got caught and fucking died. Rip in peace. Nice flank from the Dire Pack. They're moving directly behind the Marauder Horsemen to see if his opponent notices. Single Entity Core for Chaos is chilling. They're doing pretty good. Oof. A big break on the side of Chaos, though. The Aspiring Champions getting out of here and all these Marauders getting picked off. That's a pretty good shout out from the Vampire Counts. Because the Vampire Counts want to delay this game at this point. I mean, they're already winning by a ton, but healing is good for them. So they just want to take forever. So they isolate stuff, kill it off. Graveguard with Great Weapons got us around on the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Death. And he is decent at melee. 48, 44 melee stats aren't bad. I mean, he is surrounded by armor-piercing anti-infantry Great Weapons. Last Defender, only a Roasted Skaven is a good... Oh, okay, all right. Ban him. No, don't ban him, that's a joke. I love that joke, but I always have to clarify it as a joke before one of my mods is like, sure, boss! Just fucking takes him out back. Hey, Last Defender, good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. It is looking all ogre now. Dragon Ogre Shaggoth has hung around to the late game. Both Exalted Heroes are also doing quite well, but the rest of the Chaos Army is falling apart. They just can't keep up with the vampire counts. And the Blood Dragon Lord is laughing his way to the bank. Laughs an indication of heck. Though honestly, with my constant calls for healing nerfs, I legitimately think the vampire counts are one of the few factions where they're in a good spot meta-wise. They're not, sorry, I just tried to concede as if I was playing. They're not too strong. They're not too weak. Good players can still make them strong. There are buffs I want for them as a faction, but it's mostly buffing bad units, so I don't think that would make them, like, OP in the meta. But, like, you know, I think they could use a Graveguard Halberd variant. I think they could use Vargulf buffs. I think they could use Blood Knight cost decrease. Things like that. Then maybe a Blood Knight Great Weapon variant or something. Little things that I think would help them out, but not buffing their already good units. I think the Blood Dragon Lord could use a bit of a nerf, and then other lords could use some buffs, but again, the faction as a whole, after CA took their healing out back and gave it a good thwapping in the face, now they feel good, because they still get a ton of healing out, and that's their faction identity. But it feels manageable. It's been a long time since I fought vampire counts, and I was like, well, this is fucking bullshit. I can't kill anything. This sucks. It's like, oh, yeah, they're healing, but that's what vampires do. And people, you know, people are sick of healing right now because healing's been meta for way too long and all that shit, but, like, you know, imagine not every faction was relying on healing and that was the vampire counts gimmick, then it's more interesting and then it's cool. All right, I got a round 2 versus Blags. Yes, it's the Wood Elves. I avoid the vampire counts another day. Let's look at Blags' army and see what I'm walking into here. So round 2 has started. I have a Forest Dragon. It looks like a double Forest Dragon. War Dancers, Eternal Guard, Glade Guard, and then a Life Caster. Okay, double dragon. That could actually be tricky for my build. I could see Blags pulling it out here. I don't have Rattling Guns. I only have 1 Warp Lightning Cannon. Yeah, this could be bad. Alright, Dog was losing her shit, so while Blags loads up his build, I'll be right back. We good?
Yeah, oh, my dad taught the word about popcorn. There's one that's salt and then one that has, he said, a little bit of soy and garlic powder.
That's fun. Was she excited to see it?
Well, I popped out there, so she did really good.
Okay. I just heard her barking like really intensely,
Yeah.
and I didn't hear you, so I was like, oh.
She did.
She did? No. I was like, maybe Grace stepped out and something's happening. Alright. Oh. Wags left. He's back. He's playing the best Wood Elf flag. Hey, Wags won round 1. Fucking nice. I'm actually very concerned about the double Wood Elf Dragon, the Skaven build, man. What I wouldn't give for some rattling guns. Okay, small map. 2 fucking dragons coming at me. Now, thankfully for me, the rest of his build isn't much of a threat to me. And that doesn't mean it's a bad build. Once again, we're talking about a single faction, single build tournament, so he didn't know he was fighting Skaven. Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts could be annoying if I don't shut them down, which obviously I'll put a bunch of effort into doing. But Eternal Guard with Spears are dog shit versus Skaven. Dryads are infinitely better, which, again, not flaming his build, just saying. He brought a defensive front line, and I happen to be a faction that is also defensive, so I don't care about his defenses. So my globes should be able to throw at those spears. Rat Ogres, I didn't see a lot of Cav in his build, if I remember correctly. Oh, he has 3 War Dancers. War Dancers will be tough. I'll have to use my Rat Ogres as a bit of a front line, too. But he has no Cav for me to defend against. The problem is going to be the double fucking dragons going wherever they want. Actually, yeah. I'm going to have to go on the offensive now that I think about it. Because the Warp Lightning Cannon's pretty much undefendable. I could... Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll keep 2 Rat Ogres in reserve next to it, and if the dragons want to just dive Icket Zap Zap, then at least they'll get surrounded by Rat Ogres. They won't deal a ton of damage to it, but they'll deal some. But mostly we're going to have to charge them. Let's swap you out for a spear, so at least Skaven Slave Spears can poke at that thing. Actually, I mean, if we're going to defend against a dragon, I can get the Clan Rats back here. I was originally keeping the Clan Rats in the front line because I was thinking about the Eternal Guard, but I didn't remember he had War Dancers. War Dancers are going to tear through my Clan Rats like it's nobody's business, so who cares? Might as well have 1 in the back for the dragon. But if he puts both of his Dragon Breath attacks on my Warp Lightning Cannon at an angle, he'll kill my whole crew, so I can't defend it in melee. I'm just going to have to go on the aggressive. The offensive, and kill his whole army, force the dragons to land, that kind of thing. I do think we're in a wee bit of trouble. Oh, he really likes the Vanguard, doesn't he? Just Bwags as a player tends to fucking do that all the time. Alright, let's shoot at the Glade Lord. And then everybody move up except for my safety Rat Ogres. Safety Rat Ogres stay here. Okay. So, we'll send some dogs up the middle to be disruptive. I want Rat Ogres to charge like cavalry into War Dancers on some of the flanks. And then if you're just going to be a dick about it, I'll shoot you with Warp Lightning Cannon while you're netted. Yep. Yep. That hurts a lot. Alright, we've gotten onto that back line a little bit. As soon as my net wears off, I need to throw down the AoE Spirit Leech right on both of the dragons. And my dogs have routed some of these guys. And I'm trying to come back here to offer them a little bit of support so that they don't rout. Rat Ogres need to slip around the backfield. My Gracier needs to continue being a cheeky fuck. Run, Gracia, run! Alright. So we've routed some stuff. I'll use my dogs to keep that stuff routing. Run! Run, Gracia! War Dancers are coming back for my Rat Ogres. So these Rat Ogres haven't proved entirely necessary. Gracier is very stuck on that dragon, though, and that's a problem. I should have overcasted that Warp Lightning. That actually could have been nasty. He's just leaving my warp lightning cannon alone, which I'm like, I'm here for. Let's let that happen. God, that warp lightning cannon's gonna get so much value. This cluster is a bit of a problem. Okay, dogs are sweeping up stuff, which is good. My warp cannon! It must not be silenced! Oh, he's T-posing on me. The swagger points on this man. Alright. You can chase those Eternal Guard, that's fine. I'll let my dogs do other stuff. Oh, that fucker! I can't get back on my warp lightning cannons! Oh, accidentally selected my Grace here. Yeah, that would do it. Alright, we're chilling. If I can just kill this caster lady, we'll be fine. Army losses hits. That'll do it for me. It Zap Zap had to get crazy value. Your stream isn't working. Oh, my opponent was like, why couldn't I use any abilities? And I was like, oh, that's a good Zap Zap. Hi, lamb. Yeah. Yeah, the stream, to people saying that stuff, the stream is fine on my end. It's just YouTube is being... It's going down intermittently for people, so shit's happened. But... Alright. The dreaded day has come. We have to fight the vampire counts. Oh, but it's on Cliff of Beasts. Fuck. Nice. Big open map. No woods for you to hide in, Mr. Groot, sir. We use the Grace here, clan. I'm still probably going to lose. I think Groot's build is really good versus Skaven, but we'll take it. Hey, Sun Tzu Tournaments, how you doing? How are you, Hubs? Tuning in for a bit. Been busy with real life stuff. He's got a cold front coming in. Yeah, Minnesota's been super cold, too. I was busy with real life stuff for some of the summer and a lot of the fall up to this point, but we're trying to be around more now. Trying to be around more now. I had my first just practicing and playing Warhammer stream in a while on Saturday. That was fun. It was fun to actually play because there's a lot of events that needed casting, but which is fine. That shit happens. But it's also like, man, I want to play. Okie doke. Vampire counts. They have the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord, 4 Vargeist, 2 Crypt Horrors, and then I think this is the one with some Graveguard. Is it 1 or 2 Crypt Horrors? I don't remember. I remember it's not a lot, but it's mostly Vargeists we have to worry about. Which I'm not gonna lie, that'll be a problem. Rat Ogres aren't even that good versus Vargeists. Their armor piercing is wasted, and they have troubles walking up and doing nothing. Like, they'll just walk up and kind of clump up on each other, not hitting the Vargeists, so we're going to have to deal with that the old-fashioned way. Clan Rats defending all of our big pieces. Not you. Alright, let's see. Ready, ready. Good luck, have fun. I don't want to explain too many of my ideas because Groot might be among us. Until I start the game. Then he won't have that much time to plan, but... so... we are hoping that our Clan Rats and Wolf Rats can do a lot of damage to the Vargeist. I'm going to use Rat Ogres on my front line to try and slam through Graveguard so my globes can focus on Vargeists. That's the gist of it. I got a black screen here in Norway, as well as I tried to use my tiny brain, turn on a VPN, set it to Belgium. And now YouTube works just fine. Yeah, YouTube's clearly having some outages. Or something. There. I'll use the painful slow onto those guys so he can't dodge nearly as well. I'm accidentally shooting my own Grace here, but shit happens. A Zomboid summon onto my Zap Zap. That's not nice. Alright. Guess we'll move up some dogs to fight these other Vargeists that are fucking around. I don't want to fight those ones. They're already in melee and they're dying. They're beautiful, but they're dying. Okay, net those ones in place right in front of my guys. Then we'll just melee pile up over here. Yeah, we're chilling for now. They're at the Dire Pack. I was like, where are the Dire Pack? Okay. We just needed to spread out for a little bit. These dogs and rat ogres can try and go deal with the Dire Pack a little bit. Globes pull this way. Y'all try and come back. Net the Vargeists in front of my globes again. These rat ogres come over here. You go with them because they're gonna need your help to stay in the game. Is this a summon or is this real? It's real, but it's a zombie. So my rat ogres have better things they could be doing. Warp lightning cannon's back. I just need those zombies to fade, which takes a while. This is a bit of a pileup we don't need. Taking my rat ogres with me. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, my Gracier doesn't need the support. He's trying to throw zombies out to stop my Gracier from getting support, but really, I need to get all of these Vargas. So everything's netted in here right now, which is great. Those fucking zombies won't go away. There we go. It's getting a bit blobby, so I really haven't executed too well, but shit happens. As long as I get those godforsaken Vargas, will be fine. And I am getting them to crumble, slowly but surely, as my Molder monsters vibe. But yeah, the Vargeist are going. Zap's back online. We'll put him on the Blood Dragon Lord and then just like hope. Rat Ogre Blob is fine. It's next to my Packmaster, so he is healing them up as they do this. And now I need to throw at the Sternsman. Over here, we're doing okay. That's a Graveguard though. It's a bit of pain in the balls. Oh, we got another globe back. Yeah, we'll be fine. Alright, all the Vargeists are dead. The Direwolves are dead, so he's out of mobility. He literally just has infantry and that Blood Dragon Lord. So I'll net the Blood Dragon Lord. And let my Warp Lightning Cannon poke him. Not as much for the damage, but for the cooldown resetting, just to be annoying. While I try and kill off some of his other shit that's all around here. But Gracier is going to get away from the other stuff so that the Blood Dragon Lord can either go after the Warp Lightning Cannon, go after any of the globes, or go after my Gracier, but he can't go after all of them. We're still fighting in the Sternsman. These zombies won't fade away. My Packmaster is still trying to heal up all these Rat Ogres. I'm going to give some of them buffs so that they stay in the fight for a little bit. But Blood Dragon Lord. Maybe get my dogs over here where they can get some of their vigor back. Those are zombies. We're actually winning that zombie fight, so I'll just walk past it. But yeah, we're just trying to get our vigor back right now. Let's try and burst down the Sternsman, because they're proving real problematic for me. That's a zombie, not a summon, but it is still a zombie. There we go. It's gone. Zombie over there is gone. Sternsmen are almost gone, so it's soon to be just the Blood Dragon Lord. Warp Lightning Cannon's online, but it has no models left. He has 4 raised dead summons. Ugh. He's probably going to breath attack the clump, which is why I told these clan rats to run away, because I saw that coming, but not a whole lot I can do about it. TBH. Alright. We're rallying up. He is trying to land. I have now netted him in place as my Gracier tries to run away. I'll throw dogs in as well. One dog, not all the dogs, but one dog. Get more clan rats involved. Globes need to run away from those zombies. These globes need to move in. I'm going to buff up my dogs with ITP so that they can stay in the fight. But I do need to come back so I can keep my bell buff in range, which is tough to do here. But we're getting good damage out. The zombie summon will fade. And I mean, he'll probably just summon more, but shit happens, I guess. Keep running away from those zombies because we don't care about it. You guys turn Fire at Will off because I never want you to throw unless I tell you to. But if he gets back into the air using a zombie summon or something, then I'll have you harass him. But alright, GG. How does Hubby keep his Packmaster safe the entire game? I don't know, man. Do you have running with the pack and his Scrying Stone? Because with 20% damage resist and double regen on him, he can be pretty tanky. We fucked up the Vargeist something fierce. Blood Dragon Lord was a problem. Graveguard we handled just fine. Dire Pack were a problem. Zombies existed. GG. The Gracier's aerial net and then aerial damage slow is really brutal for Vargeists. We got several nets right in front of our globes where we could just throw at them, get some good damage out. Warp Lightning Cannon also got good damage out onto them. With Warp Lightning Cannons, they're not a difficult unit to use, but you do have to know when to shoot them at single entities and when to shoot them at multi-entities, like Cav or something. Because there, it was a great game to shoot them at the Vargeist. If I shot him as Blood Dragon Lord, you just dodge a bunch. Until the late game when I had nothing to shoot at besides the Blood Dragon Lord. But there's other games you want to put it on the Lord and just leave it there. Or like, that build I had with 2 Warp Lightning Cannons versus Lizardmen. And I just shot the Shredder of Lustria instead of the Life Salon. So Warp Lightning Cannons can be good. You just have to know when to target the Lord and when to target something else. Alright. Results are coming in. Results are coming in. We're waiting on Dr. Nerd and Snakearon for the final round. So Qualiduck actually won that. It wasn't supposed to be -1, it's supposed to be +1. So right out with scores. Blags won a round, lost 2, so he has at 1 point. Qualiduck won 2 rounds, so he's actually at 2. I'm 3-0, but it hasn't updated yet. I see. There we go. Oh, Blags did actually win. Okay, so he has 2 points. Anyway. Looks like me and Sipa are the last ones undefeated, so I'm probably going to fight him next round, if I understand how the seeding of this thing works. What's his build? Oh, he's the Vampire Coast one I wasn't sure if I could deal with. Silastra on foot with her summons. Ugh, that's going to be tough. Some crabs, a mortar, Morngull, animated hulks, and dogs. It's manageable. It's not the worst thing in the world. I am a little nervous. But that's fine. I also think that guarantees me top 4. Depends on the matchups, but yeah, I got Sipa, so there we go. Yeah, because Salinair and Segos, one of them is going to go 3-1. Blags and Raced, one of them is going to go 3-1. And then I would tie them for 3-1. Yeah, so I made it to top 4. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go. We're making it at least to the semifinals. We fucking did it, lads. We did it! Goddamn best! The GOAT! Today is not a good day for you, Wolfblade? I'm sorry, man. How's YouTube's down detector doing? Ah, it just keeps getting worse. That's exciting. Alright, Scabrinos. There's my build. We need to fight the goddamn Vampire Coast, so let's go with Clan Scrat. And do we sweep the Swiss stage? Not that it matters, because I've already made it to semifinals, and it doesn't matter if you make it to semifinals with a 4-0 or a 3-1 if you immediately lose there. But let's go! You're just getting your butt kicked? As Grand Cathay? I think the Sky Junk might be it. Sky Junk and Zhao Ming. I'm not a believer in Zhao Ming. He's really expensive. And he's tanky as fuck, but his spell kit isn't amazing. And you're pretty much just paying for a Footlord. Because if you turn him into his dragon, then he's actually super vulnerable and doesn't do any damage, so why do that? I'm a Zhao Ming hater. When I play Grand Cathay, and I hate myself every time I do, when I do play Grand Cathay, I use the Dragon-Blooded Shugi Lord. She's much cheaper, her spell kit's better. I honestly usually just put her on horseback too. Talons the Night and the slow spell, whatever the slow spell is. Storm of Shadows or something? No, that's a cloak spell. The Four Winds of Magic slow. That one. And then Talons of Night. And then I go super wide with Cathay. Because Cathay right now, the reason so many people hate them is their stats are fucking insane. So I go super wide to get more units with insane stats. That's all I want is more insane stats. You played Grand Cathay at some point in my life, yes. Let's go fight ourselves some coasties. Some coasty ghosties. I kind of want to put my Warp Lightning Cannon here to have his butt to a rock, but then also his entire sight line is in the trees, so I'll just put him over here and deal with it. I don't want to deploy my whole formation over here, though, because I'll get awful close to that white lines, so this is the best we're going to be able to do. I'll put a Clan Rat with Spears on top of the Warp Lightning Cannon. I played Brett, wanted to try and get a Chibi Meow Ying Drink of Tea. That's right, the Chibi art is pretty sick. Yeah, Wolfblade. And Wolfblade, you know we love you. You know this whole channel loves you. I posted in our clan chat today how great you are. Alright, nobody's judging you. Nobody. And if they are judging you for playing Grand Cathay, if anybody says shit to you about playing Grand Cathay, you send them to me. You send them to me. I will bitch them out like nobody's business. Alright? Nobody talks shit about Wolfblade in this chat. But yeah, Grand Cathay is generally not loved. Generally not loved. Man, YouTube is dog today. It really is. But I'm glad people finally stopped blaming me because it's not my fault. I didn't do this. I fixed my technical issues. Notice how the stream hasn't crashed once? He said now it's gonna crash, but has it crashed once? My audio's been good, everything's been good. It's not my fault. God damn it, Little Trill. Not that kind of love. Like brotherly love. Like the city of Philadelphia. Okay. So, we're going to have to rush them. The coast build has a lot of shooting. They have a mortar. Who cares about that? But they do have a lot of pistols. They have a lot of bombers and stuff. I can't outshoot all that. And they have Celostra with both of her summons, so my Warp Lightning Cannon will be in trouble if I just sit back. And Celostra's not on a big target, and there's a bunch of trees. So the Warp Lightning Cannon, I'm going to have to just leave it alone with this spear and hope for the best. Everything else is going to go aggressive towards my opponent. I will try to get into his pistols with my Rat Ogres and my Wolf Rats. Globes will try and focus down the Morngulls and Animated Hulks and stuff, and we're just going to have to hope for the best. But yeah, I can't sit back. It's just not beneficial. One Warp Lightning Cannon does not make it worth. Okay, so we have our shooty shoots. Not a lot of great targets. Celostra's on foot, like we said, so we'll just shoot at Animated Hulks for now. The Lamp's Revenge would be a great target, but it's all the way across the map, so rip. Again, I'm not loving my choices. I am making choices based on what we got, you know? I'm fighting the battle I have, not the battle I wish I had. Okay, Warp Cannon, struggling to shoot through all these trees. I'll have it start firing at these dogs. Just a little bit. Okay. His dog's getting aggressive, but they're maybe getting too aggressive. Yeah, they're probably getting too aggressive here. Okay. Gracier is gonna get to fighting Silastra a little bit. Dogs will try and get onto pistols. No, pistols. Alright. So these things are in. I just need to stall them as much as possible. Alright. Sniping Silastra isn't working at all. She's just tanking through that like a boss, so rip. Here comes the damn Knights Errant for my booty. And yep, this is going about as well as I suspected. As we just get completely shit canned. She's using a lot of summons, but that's really the only positive thing we have to say about the situation. The Coast Gun Line's just moving up. I don't have any of the units I would normally take to fight this situation, like my slings. I take, in this situation, I usually take slings, 4 to 6 dogs, and Lord Skrulk, which is not at all what we have. And you can see why. We're just getting completely shit canned. So, GG. Warp Lightning Cannon's useless in this matchup. GG. Ugh. What sucks is I've lost the tournament now. And I know you might be like, Behemoth Boy, you said you get to semifinals automatically. I do, but the problem is either I get Sipa again in the semifinals, or he's going to make it to finals, because he hasn't lost yet. And if we meet in the finals, I literally can't win. Because after playing with that build, I just, like, there's just nothing I can do. I don't have the tools to beat it. Yeah, too many monstrous infantry, too many ranged units. I'm just not equipped to deal with it with this build, because the Warp Lightning Cannon has nothing to shoot at. It's literally worthless. In this specific matchup. The globes aren't necessary. I hardly take globes into Vampire Coast anymore. So the globes aren't necessary. Warp Lightning Cannon is useless. The Packmaster is unfortunately useless here. There's nothing for him to duel. And my Molder monsters don't need the buffs. This is the one matchup where the Molder monsters don't need the buffs. They'll win anyway. My front line is defensive, not aggressive, which I need to do damage to him. I don't need to hold. So yeah. We're hard countered by that build. Damn. Rip. While we wait for the final thing, this is the type of build I would take into Vampire Coast, if you care. Where are you, Skrulk? Rod of Corruption Lieber, and then I have the Vermintide and Blessed with Filth. Cut Plague Rash, doesn't matter. Keep Aura of Pestilence, keep your stand your ground, and then you're good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And then you want 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then I have a bunch of money left. I also usually like a couple Giselles here. And you have very little melee frontline, because it just doesn't matter. The Coast's melee units are going to be Hulks and Dogs. Okay, well, to finish it out. Cut the Night Runners. Yeah, that's it. I don't need the Night Runners. Cut them and just get a better front line. Something like that. Anyway, you don't need very much front line because the Coast isn't going to have very much front line. They're just going to shoot at you, which you have 4 Slingers and 3 Giselles to deal with. All that. Your Rat Ogres and your Dogs need to stop their Morngulls, their Hulks, and their Dogs, while your slingers offer support and your Jezzails offer support. Jezzails shoot at cannons if they go with like a cannon or a mortar spam. They can also shoot at Celestra if she's on her crab or Noctilus on his peg leg. They can shoot at Depth Guard. They can shoot at Bomber Bats. The Jezzails are really good in this matchup. Skrulk is an incredible combatant. If he fights Celestra, he has magic attacks to get past her debuff, and then he has Contaminate, so he can make him crumble faster. And she has a tiny health pool, so Liber Bubonicus does a good amount of damage. So I take Skrulk almost exclusively for Celestra, but he's also fine against like Foot Noctilus. You can just avoid Foot Noctilus, or honestly duel with him, that's okay too. Deathcaster is probably the scariest thing for Skrulk, but if they have a Deathcaster, they either don't have healing, or they're paying a ton for a healing caster and a Deathcaster. And then if you focus fire the Deathcaster with your Jezzails, you'll do a lot of damage because they don't have a huge health pool. And you'll use their Winds of Magic on Invocation of Nehecking their caster instead of Spirit Leeching Skrulk, so you'll be fine. Skrulks are really good in this matchup. Jills are really good. This is a solid build overall versus Coast, if you care. But you don't need Globes, because the only thing on the Coast roster the Globes are actually good against is Depth Guard, which Jezzails are also good against, and nobody brings fucking Depth Guard in this matchup. But, yeah. Globes are good against Armored Infantry and Cavalry. And the Coast don't have Cav. They have dogs, but Globes are okay against dogs, but you also have dogs that can just beat their dogs. Because Wolf Rats slap the shit out of Scurvy Dogs. Alright, sorry, I'm just reading messages about how the tourney's going and how much time I have to fill. How do you feel about Skaven versus Tomb Kings in Game 3? Oh, it's chill, dude. It's super chill. I love that matchup. I really like Skaven versus Vampire Coast and Skaven versus Tomb Kings. And when I say like, I mean I think they're fun because I think both sides have a lot they can do and a lot of good units. I think they're about even. Because a good Coast player like Sippa there, you saw that the Coast have a lot of things the Skaven don't want to deal with. But Skaven have a lot of things the Coast don't want to deal with. So it's an interesting matchup because both sides have some give and some take. Same with the Tomb Kings. Tomb Kings are undead, so that's usually pretty good against Skaven. Their best lord, in my opinion, is Arkin, and he has access to Death Magic, which is really good against Skaven. Scream Skull Catapults are good against Skaven because they're debuff and they're also really good armor piercing and stuff. You have some single entities that are good against Skaven. The Kemrian War Sphinx, while it doesn't do damage, is really good at disrupting Skaven lines. And when chariots are good, you have the Cetra Chariot blob that's really annoying if you're not ready for it. And you have Carrion, really cheap flyers that can disrupt things. But then Skaven, Plague Monks are really good in that matchup. Plague Monks can trade up into any Tomb King's infantry. So if you choose to, you can win the frontline fight, guaranteed. Tomb Kings have shit cavalry, which is great for Skaven, because Skaven don't love cavalry running around their backlines. So Tomb King's cavalry sucks. You can beat their front line. You can outshoot their weapons teams with a couple of Jezzails or Warp Lightning Cannons. So, yeah. I like that matchup a lot. It's very fun. It's 50-50, though. Tomb Kings can definitely win it. Skaven can definitely win it. His Chaos matchups are all cursed. Mostly I agree. I've not struggled with Nurgle, but some people do. I struggle a bit with Khorne. I struggle a bit with Slaanesh. I'm fine into Tzeentch, but some people struggle with it. And against like the best players ever, then yeah, Tzeentch is dog shit because they just cycle charge you with Kairos and Soul Grinder, regrowthing him. Warriors of Chaos is still tough-ish. I have some builds I like, but they're risky. And Demons of Chaos is fine. It's not good, but it's fine. It's playable. I'd say 45% Skaven, 55% Demons of Chaos. Wow. Skaven are just struggling right now because big monster healing is something that they just can't deal with very well. So it makes some of their previously good matchups bad. Like Lizardman's bad. Ogre Kingdoms was never a good matchup, but it's even worse now. Norsk is bad with all the fucking healing skin wolves and stuff. Tzeentch is bad only because of healing. Skaven would be favored into Tzeentch if Kairos didn't have regrowth. So it makes some of their bad matchups bad. Because matchups that'll always be bad, even if healing gets nerfed, is probably Khorne, Slaanesh, Ogre Kingdoms, Warriors of Chaos. Demons of Chaos, I don't know. I don't know if that one will always be bad. It depends. If Demonic Instability gets some buffs, then it'll be maybe a little spookier. We'll have to see. Because you shred their front line so quickly. Demons of Chaos, the only thing you're really scared of is like Be'lakor literally soloing your entire army. Plague Toads can be annoying. Screamers can be annoying. Dogs can be annoying. But annoying doesn't, like... I don't know. They're not OP. You have tools to deal with them. They're just tricky. But, like... Be'lakor paired up with a Soul Grinder of Tzeentch. Well, it doesn't get healing from him, so maybe the Soul Grinder of Tzeentch isn't that bad. Be'lakor with a bunch of Plague Toads can be annoying, though. Anyway. It's playable. Wood Elves used to be a shit matchup for the Skaven. And then ranged units got gutted. And their Wild Riders got gutted. Now it's losable, but it definitely feels Skaven favored. It's like, I'd say like 70-30 in my opinion. Nurgle can take Mass Dogs, Chaos Knights, Chaos Sorcerer Lord, and Exalted Hero Goon Squad. That's really not as strong as people think it is into Skaven, because of Flensing Ruin getting hella buffed. In Game 2, that shit would have been awful. But Flensing Ruin on Ikit Claw, you can get literally 4k value just Flensing Ruin, the Nurgle healing blob. And then Poison Globes got changed. They don't do very much to infantry anymore in Game 3, but they massacre cavalry. So versus Nurgle, if you just take, like, these units on your screen right now is really all you need to win the matchup. And then after that, you get some Rat Ogres for some backline defense. Dogs to counter their dogs, I guess, if you want to. Clan Rats and stuff. But this is going to do so much fucking work for you. Could even take a Warp Lightning Cannon if you're super scared of Kugath. Could take some Jezzails if you're scared of Kugath or a Soul Grinder or something. But yeah, the matchup's very playable. It can be tough. I'm not pretending it's easy. But it can happen. Alright, semifinals are up. It's me versus Salinator, and then Sipa versus Raced. Oh, come on, Raced. Nah, but then I have to fight Tzeentch if I win. Whatever. Yeah, I'll still root for Raced, because Sipa's build is so fucking good into mine. Alright, let's go, let's go. We are casting both semifinals. We're casting both semifinals. So there's 3 games left. Both semifinals and then the finals. What is Salinator? He's the vampire counts that has the Mortis Engine and Blood Knights. Okay. It's not ideal. Because I think he doesn't have Graveguard, which Groot's did. And the Graveguard weren't a problem for me. He does have a Mortis Engine, which is fine for me, but we'll see. I'm still a little nervous because it's vampire counts. I have a better shot in this one, though, than I did last time. What do you think of Aecold, Archie, plus the Lord of Tzeentch leadership duo versus Skaven? Why would you take Archie and the Lord of Tzeentch? Can you even do that? Can you take a hero Lord of Tzeentch? I thought only the... Sorry, I mean, of course, only the Lord can be a Lord of Tzeentch, but I don't think the Warriors of Chaos have a Tzeentch hero. Oh, good, the lobby froze again. I don't know why that keeps happening. It's Ogres or Coast? Oh, fuck, raced as Ogres. Oh, I'm doomed. Oh, that sucks so bad. That sucks so fucking bad. I'll still take ogres. Dude, Sipa clapped my ass so hard, I can't win that matchup. Like, I've been... The whole time I've been rambling about Skaven, I was pondering what I could have done in that game. And it feels like nothing. Did I play perfectly? No. Of course you're going to point out little mistakes, but, like, think to yourself whether those little mistakes would have changed the absolute shellacking we took. That's not promising. Look at Salinator's quote unquote Bretonia. That don't look like no Bretonia I ever seen. Yeah, lobby's bugged again. See that I'm readying up and nothing's happening. Fucking weird. Alright, my opponent's gonna host. While he does that, I just want to investigate this Warriors of Chaos thing. Can you take a Zinch? Yeah, you can take a Zinch hero. Nice. Interesting. I thought you could only take a Zinch Lord. Because you can only take a Nurgle Lord, you can't take a Nurgle hero. It's not looking promising. God damn, having a hard time joining with Salinator. It didn't crash. I just restarted my game to see if it would help with joining Salinator's lobby. Yeah, it still says on Bretonia. What the fuck? Okay, now it actually made me Bretonia. So I swapped to Skaven. If we can start this fucking game, that's all I care. Alright, if the lobby is that laggy, I don't have super high hopes. Hi, Strix, how you doing, man? How's it going? Okay. It's been a fun stream today. It's been a fun stream overall. Some good games. Some one-sided slaps. The Vampire Coast handed me my ass. But YouTube's been pooping itself, so viewership's been super low. And you joined just as we're having weird lag. Hey Lucy, you're in the chat. What was the changeling's form? What changeling form did he pick? All right, lag check. Nah, not great, but not terrible. Oh, that's not looking good. Thankfully, it's a Vampire Counts game, so at least it'll go fast.
Yes, yes.
Kairos? Why didn't he just pick Kairos, then? Fucking memer. I think people are mostly done with Total Warhammer 3. After review bombing and all. Eh, maybe. We had 70 viewers yesterday, though. Radiant Ash raided us, took us from 50 up to 80, and then about 20 of those stuck around. Kairos with extra steps. Yeah, it sounds like Sego's. Anyway. Enemy troop count is small. I think he just has 5 zombies for his front line, so I'll stick my Skaven slaves out front. And we're going to have to focus our globes on the Blood Knights and the Vargheists. Those are 69 of your accounts. Nice, dude, nice. Cool guy to play against, though? Yeah, Segos is always super nice. Let's do it. So, my Warp Lightning Cannon's gonna shoot that corpse cart in its big dumb face. The Mortis Engine's in the trees, so for now we'll take out the corpse cart. Alright, we are 8 seconds into the game. Warp Lightning's firing. There could be no excuse for micro mistakes. And he can't really dodge with the corpse cart, so it's just gonna have to take that damage. Slideshow moment? Yeah. I'm gonna advance my Skaven slaves a little bit. Corpse cart's almost dead. Alright, he's trying to stay out of range of my net, which is smart. Okay, the corpse cart's running so far away that it's just stayed out of effective range, so it's not even doing anything. Which we take those. There. They're grouped up, so I just wanted to get them both. Right fucking now. Alright, I learned that even a zombie summon on that can kill it, so back off. Okay. Getting pretty solid damage down onto that there Vargheist cluster. I don't really want to warp lightning zombies. I'll warp lightning blood knights though. Alright. We have killed off some Vargheists, which is pretty pog for us. Get my dogs out of there for now. Gracie are still trying to leave this fight. I'm going to net that Blood Dragon Lord in place because I just need to get the fuck out of here. Gotten rid of most of his Vargheists. That's cool. Warp Lightning Cannon being offline is really annoying, especially because there is a Mortis Engine I need to be shooting at. But this might be Jover. I don't know, he still has like a lot of Blood Knights and stuff left. I have nothing really for the Mortis Engine. Because he got to advance through the trees, which was on Cliff of Beasts, my opponent couldn't advance through trees, so I got to shoot at them the entire time. And of course they didn't have a Mortis Engine. On this one, they have a Mortis Engine. It's proven to be a problem. Alright, so I'm going to buff up my Rat Ogres that are going to go deal with the Mortis Engine right now. This zombie will not go away. But I'll send more spears into this fight. Howling Warp Gale there to lower everybody's melee attack, leadership, and all that stuff, but also to keep the Blood Dragon Lord from diving on me while I'm busy. Blood Knights are coming for me, but I do have Globes returning, so I can run my Gracier over here and use it as a bit of a bait. It actually looks like he's just bringing the Blood Knights to countercharge my Rat Ogres, who are on top of the Mortis Engine. There ain't shit I can do about that. Alright, Blood Dragon Lord's dove onto me. I think that's about it. That's all she wrote, folks. Yeah, Warp Lightning Cannon's offline. Dogs are routing. Everybody's routing. And that's GG. Rip Skaven fighting 2 undead. Yeah, we stopped the Vargeist from being helpful, but the Crypt Horrors still did Crypt Horror things, and the Mortis Engine got to creep up through the trees, so there was nothing we could do about it. Warp Lightning Cannon didn't get to do anything. Kept the Corpse Guard out of the fight. The Corpse Guard literally didn't help at all. But would have rather shoot at the Mortis, but he kept it in the trees. Could have shot at Vargeist a little bit, but like I said, I already took care of all of them. Vargeist ended up just not being a problem. Bigger problem was Dragon Lord and Mortis Engine. GG, so we out. We out. We're back in with the Vampire Coast and Ogre Kingdoms. Oof, yeah, we would have been hard fucked in this final. A Vampire count bit pretty good for quick battle. What quick battle? We were doing, it's what? A tournament. What are you talking about? I'm confused. Anyway, it was semifinals of a tournament. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, it's a single build tournament. So you just keep the same build going through. Yeah, we would have been fucked in this finals, man. That counts build was decent against ours. I do think the map helped him, because if I had been able to stop the Mortis Engine with the Warp Lightning Cannons, or shot the Blood Knight with the Warp Lightning Cannon, it would have been a lot better, but they all advanced through the trees. There wasn't shit I could do about it. So, I don't know if that Vampire Counts build countered ours. I think he just played it well on a good map for him. But these two builds, man. These two builds look fucking brutal. So even if we had beat Salinator, I think we would have lost in the finals. Rip Scabrinos. Ah, well. We had a good run. On the day, we were 3-2. We just saw this Vampire Coast build 2 games ago. We have not seen the Ogres at all today. So for them, we do have 2 Sabertusk packs, the Sky Strider Crusher Regiment of Renown, a single Lead Belcher, a Slaughter Master of the Great Maw with only his Troll Guts, and then the extra ingredients for more Winds of Magic. Gnoblar Trappers mixed with Gnoblars, Ogre Bulls mixed with Iron Guts. It's a pretty solid, generic Ogre build. Side of the Vampire Coast, we did see it before, but in case you were not here for that, we do have 1 Mortar and then a shitload of Pistol Mobs. Some handgun mobs as well, 3 of them, one of which is the Black Spot. We also have 2 bomber mobs, I believe, too. Don't see the second one, but I thought I saw it in the load screen. I guess not, just 1. It's fine. Then 4 animated Hulks, the Lamprey's Revenge, Regiment of Renown, Gunnery Crabs, a single Mourngull, 2 Scurvy Dogs, Slostra Deerfawn with both of her summons, and then a couple Polearms mobs. It's a good little pew-pew. Might struggle versus the Ogres. I do think the Ogres might raffle stomp this build. The Mortars are going to be absolutely worthless. Just completely worthless, unfortunately, versus this this faction. Dogs will also have a hard time finding a home. They're going to rely on their pistols and their animated Hulks to help them, but the animated Hulks might block the line of sight of the pistols. So it's not even like the pistols can just shoot at the Ogres while the Ogres are stuck in like halberds or something. Because you only have 2 halberds in the build. Yeah. I think it's going to look good for the first 30 seconds of combat. First 30 seconds of combat is going to look great for the Vampire Coast. As Slostra pops out a bunch of summons, your guns get to shoot at the Ogres for just a hot second. And then the tide is going to slowly turn, and you'll realize the Ogres are winning. Salinator in the chat, get him raced, else I'm dead. Yeah, Sippa mentioned that he got to fight Vampire Counts twice, and he beat you. He beat me too, buddy. He beat me too. GG's, Salinator. You cheating? Fuck! I mean, what? No, you played great. You played great. I'm watching you. Lead Belcher's tearing into animated Hulks. Not going to do too much damage, but nice free little poke. GG. Nah, you played great. It's jokes. It's jokes. We do jokes here. For the person in the angry comment later. He didn't cheat, man. Oh, I know, buddy. I've been losing to Coast since they were trash. Yeah, Coast are good now. I really like Coast. I think they're super fun. Because the playstyle I like to play Coast with got mega buffed. A lot of gunpowder. Handguns. Bombers. The only buff I want for Coast selfishly now is cannons. If cannons get better, I'm going to just love fucking Coast. I mean, I already love Coast. But I could love them more. Because carronades are awesome. Lead Belcher's doing a bit of kiting while Sabertusk packs flank through the trees and Gnoblars get set up a little bit. So far, that you can see why the kite's happening. The mortar is firing and literally everyone said, oh, okay. But the Lead Belcher's getting free damage out right now. Might come to an end as they are within range of the handguns and they're about to take a right proper volley in. Always watching, Wazowski. Wolfblade, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. In the distance, Sabertusk packs did find their way onto some Scurvy Dogs. They're going to kick those guys' asses. Just way higher stats on them versus their undead counterparts. But now they're infinitely rampaging, which could be the death of them if they charge straight into Lamprey's Revenge, outside the Ogre's control. Frontline fight is now starting. It's a nice tide call from Slostra. Will do good shock damage to Gnoblars Trappers and maybe get them to rout in front of the animated Hulks. But you can see this is the problem we're talking about. These pistol mobs are going to have the hardest time supporting the front line because they can't fucking see past them. So they're not firing. And this is what I meant. The first 30 seconds are going to look great for the Coast, right? What? I mean, sorry. Yeah, the coast. They're routing Noblars. They're doing good damage. That's cool. The Sky Striders are taking a lot of damage. That's neat. But trust me, this is about to go to shit so fast. Sabertusk Pax, routed off by the Lamprey's Revenge, did kill a Scurvy Dog, but had to die in the process. And Ogre Bulls and Iron Guts getting into that backline and shutting down some of these handgun mobs already. The Animated Hulk's taking significant damage. The Ogres are going to have to run past them pretty quickly here. They're going to not want to sit here and kill every Animated Hulk model because they got to shut down these pistols that are shooting into them. As the Animated Hulks die off, there's less and less obstructions, then the pistols actually get to start shooting. Celestra summons are out. Raced and the Ogres are up about 2-1 on damage value. And here's the Damn Knights Errant. Looks like the Sky Striders are going to try to avoid them. Sky Striders have magic damage, though. I wonder if it's actually more worth it to just charge the Damn Knights Errant and take them out. Because now they're going for your Slaughtermaster, and they're going to rear charge Ogre Bulls, which will lower their leadership enough that they might terror out. Which is bad. Because you just got onto the coast backline, which is great for you. And you're fighting undead as ogres, so you're charging up army passive like amazingly fast. So he's probably got a butcher already. Not even joking, he's probably got a butcher somewhere. I wonder if he's used it, but it's probably built up. Iron Guts trying to chase down Celestra. Not a good take. Unfortunately, ogres are pretty bad at fighting foot characters. And she has physical resist. And her Charmed lowers their melee attack, and now the Damn Knights Errant are coming in. The ogres really have to be taking out all of these guns and not trying to snipe. But they fucked around way too much. Race is a great player. He's probably a better player than me in aggregate, but I strongly think he's been fucking up this game. These Iron Guts fucking around with Celestra and doing literally nothing sucks. The Sky Striders have just been mamby-pambying about this whole game doing nothing. And whatever's going on in this backline has taken way too long. So he's falling behind on the balance of power. Now there are still summons out that are buffing up the coast's balance of power, and they'll go away soon. And the ogres have healing, so the longer this game goes, the better it is for them. I acknowledge that, but I still think there have been some mismanaged resources here. Iron Guts trying to just run away from the Damn Knights Errant, who are now gone. That's a huge boon for the ogres. That's a terror-causing, armor-piercing fast unit that's off the battlefield and out of their hair. And this is a great pick for race. This is what the Sky Striders needed. They are getting a Massacre, which gives them terror, meaning they won't terror out or anything like that, but it also gives them a bunch more damage, and they are slapping the shit out of the Lamprey's Revenge, which is just excellent use of their time. They do need healing, though. They need either Troll Guts or a Butcher. And they also... There's an Overcast Troll Guts and the Iron Guts. And judging by the fact they're heal capping, they also got a Butcher. You can't do that with one Troll Guts. Now this is going a lot better. Might have been because he was so patient with the Sky Striders, though I still think the Sky Striders could have been shutting down those Damn Knights Errant or back here fighting handguns a lot earlier. Now Celestra is sniping out the Slaughtermaster. His leadership's pretty low. Handgun's getting free shots onto the Sky Striders. I don't know where they're going. And that's kind of like what I was talking about earlier. It's like, are you trying to get out of range? Because then, are you just never going to go back into range? I think he just has to accept he's going to take damage and dive onto the healthy handguns that are currently shooting the shit out of him. He has 20% missile resist, but like, these guys are crumbling. You don't have to worry about them. But the Sky Strider's got to get involved. I don't see what stalling does any good for you. We have Iron Guts around the map that need to be rallied. Pistol mobs chasing around. Okay, what's going on with your range here, my guys? What's going on with your range here? Oh, those lead belchers look like they're for sure in range. You fucks. Firing at, like, extra handgun range. Maybe he's trying to keep the Sky Striders models alive so he can heal them later, I guess, but it felt like a bunch of extra damage he didn't have to take. Ogres are in the lead now, so maybe I should stop being so critical. Lead belchers are very injured, but Noblar Trappers are going to be firing back. Iron Guts, some of them are heal capped, some of them are very damaged, but they're hanging in there. And the coast is down to Celestra, some halberds, and one handgun mob, which is just not going to be enough. If the Sky Striders commit to the fight, they could kill that handgun mob in like a millisecond. Alright, Strix. See ya. Yep, the ogres are going to bully their way through this now. They're killing off the last halberds with some archers. Sky Strider's still taking some free shots from this handgun mob, man. Now they fuck off again. But these Iron Guts can clutch it out. Iron Guts charging uphill. Still gonna crush into those pistol mobs. Takes out about 500 health on the charge. Gets him crumbling. There's another overcasted Troll Guts on the Sky Striders, healing them up. Making the bounce power even worse. But this handgun mob has been chilling. They've got so much value. 1,600 for a single handgun mob. That's funny. Lead Belcher's firing into them, though. And the Sky Striders... Racer's playing cautiously at this point, and I get that. He doesn't want to throw. But he could just charge into the pole arms and even then still just slam them down. And walk through. Yeah, that would actually be it, is he could just walk through them onto the handguns and stop the handguns. Celestro's going to route all three of these Noblars here with a nice Tide Call plus her Terror. She's even shattering some of them, so the handguns are still fighting back this whole time. They're probably going to turn on the Lead Belchers for now. Very healthy Iron Guts rejoining the fight. Another kind of healthy, though heal-capped Iron Guts could also join. And I think the Ogres should just give all three of their healthy units attack orders onto those handguns, because the Halberds can't stop all of them, and you can shut down the handguns. It's Ogre Cast. 22 viewership is making me sad. YouTube, why are you pooping your pants so bad? Noblar's rallying, firing into the handgun mobs, as are the Lead Belchers. The Ogres are just going to shoot them out, it seems. Sky Strider's coming back into the fold now. Handgun's going for one last desperate attempt to snipe the Slaughtermaster, but he throws the Troll Guts on himself to stay alive. The handgun mob are almost down. There go the Sky Striders, wading their way into the Halberds, taking about a fifth of their HP. And there's a Song of Enthrallment, lowering their speed and melee attack. But they can just back off. A Massacre has popped on this area. Iron Guts are here. Noblars are here. It's lost. She's still trying to fight it out. But unless she has like a crab summon in the back pocket, I don't think she's going to be able to do anything here. So the handgun mob is fading away. And the Halberds are doing their best to fight it out. But as the Iron Guts crush in, they're already down to half HP on those Halberds. We have more Iron Guts ready to pounce. Celestra could be hard to kill for the Ogres, but she can't really carry either. There's another phase of the YouTube cancer anti-ad block. Oh, is there some drama that I'm missing? Because between Warhammer drama and YouTube drama, I am kind of getting railed on both sides on the viewership front. That's been super fun for me. Lead Belcher's firing in onto the polearms mob. It's only a matter of time now. Do you even have a crab summon left, lady? She doesn't have a crab summon at all. Oh, she took Fog of the Damned Tide Call. I thought she had both summons. Okay, then that build wasn't as hard of a counter to my build as it could have been. I thought she had the crab summon, which is also bad for Skaven. Celestra gets dismembered. 60% slow onto her as the Lead Belchers tee off with the last couple volleys they have for those Halberds. A three-sided engagement is coming, plus a Troll Guts for the Sky Striders to officially heal cap them and end this charade. Song of Enthrallment lowers all their melee attack, though it's not really a melee attack that matters, you just want the mass. Because the zombies have such little melee defense that it's really just the charge that matters. They're getting killed. There they go. It is now officially Celestra versus the world. And the Sky Strider should probably just blob onto her. Because charging her, she's a foot character. She's going to go flying. But the Iron Guts are getting it done. They do have bonus versus infantry. Like 5, but still. Army losses hits. It was a valiant attempt by Sipa. But he joins me in the pile of losers. The pile of people who lost. And we get Ogres versus Vampire Counts for the finale. Well played for Sipa on the day. You tried your goddamn best. Yeah, pretty good value across this army. Raced's army did clutch it out. through some good play. A good, well-made army. Race is not the host, so we'll have to make another host. And I know Salinator and I were connecting real well earlier. You are a bin, a pile? What? What are you saying? One game left. VC Ogres. We haven't used the blocker all day because all the builds are known ahead of time. All right. This matchup is traditionally among all people considered to be Vampire Count's favored. I think the Ogres have more teeth in it than people give them credit for, but sure. In a single build, though, we aren't going to have triple Blood Knights, which does really hamper the Vampire Count's attempts to deal with the Ogres. Mortis Engine still can be quite good against them, though. And also, I mean, it works both ways. The Ogres don't know they're fighting the Vampire Counts. So, they don't have as many Maneater pistols as they would probably want. Things like that. Don't have Greasus Goldtooth. Greasus Goldtooth! He's insane! He's a madman! Yeah, Greasus still sucks here. I was joking. What up, Fat Kid at Recess? Last game of the day. How am I sleepy? I had a Diet Coke this morning. I had a black tea during the stream. How am I still sleepy? It's not fair. You just saw the Ogre build. I don't need to go over it. For the Vampire Counts, it is the one that beat me into the dirt. 5 zombies, including the Tithe. We have a Mortis Engine and a Corpse Card Unholy Lodestone. We have 2 Crypt Horrors, 1 Blood Knight, 3 Vargheists, and a Blood Dragon. Vampire Lord. 18 viewers seems kind of low. Fat Kid Recess, yeah, I was just promoting that. So, for anybody in the live stream or in the VOD that's like, wow, he just keeps complaining about that, I'm not going to go back into it. But yes, I have been complaining about it. There are reasons. Reasons. No blood trappers. I remember when Game 3 first released, Noblar Trappers were hardly ever taken. Oh, where we are now. After some big buffs. And then they got nerfed, and now they're still taken, because they're still pretty good. Man, they're just shouting. That's all they do is shout. I suppose with 5 Noblar Trappers and a Lead Belcher, you might have enough DACA to kill the Mortis Engine outside of melee. If you end up having to kill it in melee, though, you're going to be in trouble. Because even Ogres can't resist the Drain. The Drain still does a decent amount versus Monstrous Infantry. More than a decent amount. It's actually really good versus Monstrous Infantry. First shot's gonna be fired. We will follow the volley to its end. As it fires at the Corpse Guard on Holy Lodestone. Swing and a miss on all counts. It took literally 0 damage. And yeah, the Ogres really want Man-Eater Pistols in a matchup like this. Saber-Tusk Pack's trying to advance through the trees, but they're not hidden because the Vargeists are nearby, but also I think the trees are just really patchy. Yeah, look at that. My mouse would have a green bush on it if anything in here was hidden, but... Oh, that's only if I'm a player. Okay, not as a spectator. So yeah, they are actually hidden. For once, it's not Forest Jank. For once, it was the Vargeist being next to them. That's dumb that it doesn't show me as a spectator where you can hide and where you can't hide. That's annoying. Regardless, zombies are here, and the Ogres are actually super happy to kill a summon because it still charges their passive, even if it's a summon. So, some Ogre Bulls sprint up, and they're like, alright, passive for us, boys. Let's get some of that shit. Again, it's versus Undead like it was last game, so they're going to have army passive for days, but still might as well take it while you can. Lead Belcher's falling back. A little breath attack from Salinator onto the Noblar Trappers. Takes about a quarter of their health off. And the Crypt Horrors are here first. They're not waiting for their zombie friends. They're charging in. Countercharged by Ogre Bulls. They'll have a bad time, but the Crypt Horrors have natural regen, and if the Corpse Cart or the Mortis Engine can come over here, they'll have double regen, which will be just fine. Sky Striders committing to the fight. The Lead Belchers will have a harder time finding anything to shoot with all these Ogre bodies in their ways. And Vargeist in the frontline fight getting massacred right now. Overcastification Hack trying to keep everybody in this circle alive. Blood Dragon Vampire Lord takes a little bit of damage for that. And he's going to rear charge the Sky Striders in a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it works out for him. He pops all of his big buffs. Sword of Anti-Heroes and Heart Piercing is up to 1k weapon strength. And then he throws down the Helm of Discord, lowering the Sky Striders stats down to 25 and 14. But man, if this goes south for him, he is never getting off the ground again, as there are Ogres that are able to get behind him and trap him in place. He's getting good damage for now. The Mortis Engine also joins the fight, but the Vampire counts are fully committed to this battle. Ride or die. Vargeist fighting Iron Guts, but getting torn apart by Noblar Trappers. This fight's going a little bit better for the Vampire counts, but those Vargeists in the meantime are getting torn apart. Sky Striders getting overcasted Troll Guts as we speak, trying to heal them up. They're now starting to terror out and get out of here, and a big Mortis Drain is hitting all of these units in this area, which is pretty huge for the side of the Vampire Council. Actually, the Mortis isn't hitting these Iron Guts somehow. It's not hitting anything. Oh, it's not technically in melee. Okay, well, once it technically gets in melee, then it'll be in trouble. Here comes the tricky part, is getting back off the ground as the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord is stuck. The Sky Striders, healed up back to full, are diving onto him once again with Saber Tusks and Iron Guts trying to help out. He's taking a ton of damage. He can't move, and his Helm of Discord is on cooldown. There comes the Mortis Drain, but is it fast enough to save the Blood Dragon Lord? He just used Invocation and Heck too, so we know he's on cooldown for that. He's down to half HP. But the Ogres are starting to fall apart. Can he withstand? The Sky Striders are almost heal capped from their overcasted Troll Guts and such. A zombie summon coming down to offer the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord a little bit more help. Mortis Engine is pushing through all these Iron Guts and Ogre Bulls. Vargeist getting low, but the Crypt Horrors are chilling. Yeah, the Vargeists in general are really low. They're having a bad fucking time. Blood Knights have rejoined the fight at one point. Didn't even notice they were over here. Ogres are routing in mass, except for the Sky Striders and these Iron Guts, who still technically surround the Blood Dragon Lord, though he is slowly healing up through the Hunger and the Mortis Engine and the Unholy Lodestone. So he has a lot of passive healing trying to help him out right now. Which, honestly, that says a lot about how much damage he's fucking taken, as his second Helm of Discord comes out on this unholy blob, and the Mortis Engine is happy to slurp up all of the Ogres without any melee stats. Sky Striders back off. Lead Belchers and Noblar Trappers trying to fire in onto our Blood Dragon Lord, but there's his heal cap. That's how much damage he's fucking taken in this exchange. He is not happy at all with how that went down. Raced is up 3,000 damage value, but he's down on the balance of power. Oh, the power of leadership / healing. And it's funny to say that against Ogres, because they have a fuck ton of healing, and their leadership is honestly decent. Vargeists, who are clinging to life, now going to start chasing Ogre Bulls and Iron Guts off the battlefield. We still have a full health Crypt Horror, a nearly heal-capped Blood Knight, a nearly heal-capped Blood Dragon Vampire Lord, and that is really it. But the Sky Striders are back in. The Blood Dragon Lord is dangerously exposed. Again, his only support here is some zombies, and he's taking big chunks of health. He is definitely overextended. He was trying to snipe out the caster, and while the Sky Striders are also taking damage, I'm sure they're happy to be trading that with the Blood Dragon Lord himself. Iron Guts and Ogre Bulls starting to rally and come back into the fight. Nobbler Trappers are focusing on this other fight, really trying to win that so they can get this healthy Iron Guts back over here, but I feel like this is just the more important fight, unfortunately. Sky Striders, at their heal cap, at their limit, finally rout off. The Blood Dragon Lord left at about half HP, still almost heal cap, but the Ogre's Lord is going to get going, and these other Iron Guts, whose heal cap is also within sight, going to tear out away, and now the Blood Knights can come out and play. I think too much Nobbler Trapper Fire was dedicated to this fight. That literally doesn't matter. And now, sure, you've won it. Sure, your Iron Guts are starting to rejoin the fight, but is it just too late? This was Nobbler Trappers turn their attentions to the main blob, but Army losses hits. And that is the end of the Broger Kingdoms. Is Mutalith banned? Nah. Nope, the Mutalith wasn't banned. There was a Zine, she just got beat. And Salinator, on the vampire counts, does win it all. The Mortis Engine got an impressive 2,900 value. I'm betting the Sky Striders also got pretty crazy value, though. Sky Striders, 2,300. Not as much as I thought. Iron Guts did okay. Lead Belchers did okay. Nobbler Trappers, oh, that's where a lot of the damage went. They killed it. They crushed it. GG's. Congrats to Salinator for the win. Thank you to Lucinia for hosting today's tournament. That is going to be it for us. Like I said, it would be a nice and short stream, and then with YouTube randomly murdering people on my stream, it also seems like a good time to just get going. The upcoming week, what do I have planned? Halloween, obviously I won't be streaming anything on that day. We'll have a new player tournament. I have a EU versus NA event that I'm streaming. It's hosted by Green One and Cool Umbrella on Saturday. And then I'll probably have another Vermin League just playing thing. And we're on patch 4.1 watch because, Jesus Christ, it has to come out soon. Not just for the state of the game, but like for anything. They said Thrones of Decay was coming out in December. And they haven't said too much about it being delayed. Someone sent me a link to a vague post on a forum, but I'm waiting for like a CA actual post. Like, on our blog, the roadmap said December 2023, and it's not going to be that for Thrones of Decay, so here's the new prediction. CA really has to get out ahead of this shit. Like, it's free good press. Because, like, if you get ahead of it, Shadows of Change was a fucking disaster. So you could be like, okay, we hear you. Shadows of Change was not complete. There was way too many bugs. And now we're going to fix the bugs before we release the content. But if we're going to do that, we need more time. So it's going to come out late. If you don't say that, if it just comes out late and you didn't fucking tell anybody anything, then people are going to be mad at you instead of happy that you're fixing your game. So I don't know. And hopefully they are fixing their game. Anyway, worst case scenario is patch 4.1 comes out like a week before Thrones of Decay, and then Thrones of Decay reintroduces all of the bugs again that patch 4.1 or 4.0 reintroduced for patch 3.1. Because patch 3.1 had a lot of fixed bugs that are now back on 4.0. And thankfully, the bugs came back to patch 4.0, but thankfully patch 4.0 was a short one, and then they did a quick bug fix patch right after. Right, guys? Am I right? It was 2 months ago and still nothing? Well, that's a shame. So, yeah. That's sad. GG's. GG's and bye.